Coronation Street's Toyah Battersby is facing one of the toughest storylines of her life, but following Wednesday's edition of the ITV soap, her stepsister Leanne Battersby could take action to try and help the lost soul. Toyah, played by Georgia Taylor, disappeared earlier this week on Coronation Street, despite being granted bail by the police as she is the prime suspect they're investigating over Imran Habib's, Charlie D'Amelio, death. Leanne, Jane Danson, thought she had gone to their cousins, but during Wednesday's episode of the ITV soap, she realized her stepsister was nowhere to be found. This made her think the beloved character could actually have killed her husband, but will the return of her birth father, Ronnie, Dean Williamson, help or jeopardize her case completely? Towards the end of the episode, Leanne voiced her doubts in a conversation with her partner, Nick Tilsley, Ben Price, who wanted to know why she was acting so shifty. "How did you get on with Adam? Ringing Toyah?" he asked his other half, who replied, "Oh, I just think it will worry her." "So you didn't ask Adam, did you?" Nick continued, with Leanne telling him, "I will try calling her again tomorrow." His suspicions peaked at this point, as he inquired, "Leanne, what is going on? I thought you would give anything to know she's all right. Is it Adam?" Sitting down, Leanne recalled a conversation she had with former love interest Peter Barlow, Chris Gascoigne, earlier in the episode, who is also Toyah's ex. Leanne explained, "It was something Peter said before, about the way Toyah gets when a baby is involved, and I tried to put it to the back of my mind, but he's right. She loses it, she can lose it, and all this with Abby and Alfie, it was such a massive deal. Then she loses Elsie through the middle of it all, and well, Alfie must just be a constant reminder of all she's ever wanted and what Imran did. It's just a mess," she remarked before she asked Nick, what if she did it on purpose? To punish Imran or to harm herself, or both? "You can't really believe that, can you?" her partner said in a state of shock as she replied, "I don't know what to believe, do I? How can I figure out what's going on if I don't even know where she is?" Leanne asked before a scene was shown of Toyah in her fall, crying her eyes out as viewers know she caused the crash which killed Imran. In the past, when Toyah has run away from the cobbles before, one of the times she went in search of her birth father Ronnie. He had been an absent figure in her life, but she wanted answers from him, although she never got them as she turned up at the wrong address in London. It was when he met up with his former lover Janice Battersby, Vicky Entwistle, did he make his first appearance, and he hasn't been seen since. With history looking like it's repeating itself, it could click in Leanne's mind Toyah might have run off to be with her father. Spoiler pictures for next week's episodes have already revealed Toyah will be back on the cobbles and will have her day in court. However, it could be Leanne will have already made contact with Ronnie by this point using a phone number Janice would have had for him. Although she only left a message, she might have thought he wouldn't reply as he's never been involved in his daughter's life. The last thing she would expect is to see him on the cobbles, wanting to know what has happened to Toyah and if there is any way he could help. He did show an interest in her in his conversation with Janice back in 1998, but he could take this opportunity to stand up to the plate. This would lead to some emotional scenes for Toyah as she comes face to face with her father for the first time and is not a fraud who was pretending to be him. As they talk, she could discover it was him abandoning her, which has resulted in her going to extreme measures to have a family. Killing Imran is not excusable, but she would understand why she suddenly exploded when she felt her family was being ripped apart. If by some miracle Toyah does get away with what she did, Ronnie could ask her to come and live with him in London. Although this isn't the exact circumstances as Toyah ran away last time, history would still be repeating itself as she would be following her father in some respects. Toyah could explain to Leanne she wants to build a relationship with her father, and the cobbles remind her of all the heartache she has endured. Leanne would be devastated to see her leave, but she would understand this would be the best thing for her sister to do. After being a part of the Coronation Street universe for over 20 years, this could be the final departure for the beloved character. Would things work out with Ronnie, or will she decide to go traveling the world if things turn sour between the father and daughter duo?